All right, let's see if it works. Hey, we're live on YouTube. Hi, everybody. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather this morning. Had a late start, not feeling great, but price action waits for no one. All right, finally broke R1 on this little double bottom on SPY here. We've got action to take that to the next target. Bulls have it at about 395.80. That's a pretty easy one to see. Just look at your control bars. They're right there. They tell you everything you need to know. They're happy to oblige. And your support zone is just right off R1 here. So it may test it a couple more times before it gets going. And, you know, once you get above that thing and you take a late entry on this thing, you know, your stop's going to be down here at about 395. Just with any price action on any stock. Oh, UCL broke, but didn't eat the pivot. See ya. And if ARDX cannot break that $2 pivot again, it'll fade from here. We'll keep an eye on that one. But there was plenty of liquidity right there. You saw a lot of price action happen right at that $2 bill.
Yeah, look at that. I just saw that 5 minute. Dang. I love dogs.
Yeah.
Not really. I do. I just tired of taking care of old dogs.
We actually made some homemade dog food for our dog the other day. Just to try him out. He's got a tooth that's been bothering him. We got to get him in for a cleaning, and it's got some calculus. It's kind of hitting the gum, and when he chooses hard food, it kind of hurts him. So we add a little water to it, and that's fine. But now we're trying to see if we can give him some homemade food. Just chopping up some chicken and vegetables and throw them in a bowl.
They have that food you can get like that.
Mm-hmm.
They got we got a couple of them because we have old dogs.
Yeah.
She has old dogs. 2 of them that are 14 years and older.
All right.
One's got bad teeth.
Evening Star on SPY's 1 minute. If that
Good morning, guys.
The 8 period. Watch for a Busby setup here. Morning, man. Watch
Still
for
Wiki there.
A Busby though.
Oh, on the MES?
Yeah. On SPY.
Or on our ARDX, because that looks like it's trying to do a Busby too.
Yeah, it's got that feeling.
I got that feeling. Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my.
Got about 10 seconds on that 5 minute candle. Let's see what it do.
Jesus, welcome to the new market, everybody.
Right? Let's just forget about SPY and scalp the ES market.
It's pretty much it. You just gotta get in the right spots.
Here we go. Classic Busby. Bar, doji, bar, next bar goes almost to the top of the third bar, and bam, price action done. Now, do we break over or do we continue? I think we break over.
When you say break over, you mean break down, right?
Right. So the Busby's already done. The day trade on your 10-second chart happened between these 2 1-minute candles.
Oh, the Busby on the 10-second. Oh, see, yep. I see. The Busby was on the 10-second chart. I see it.
But when you see this on the 1-minute chart, this little evening star setup, the price action typically will owe you the third bar. I usually have a limit order waiting a couple pennies under that bar.
Sell?
Yep, and this is where you go. You go long from the floor up, so long from the 8 period up, and set your limit order just a few pennies below the top of the previous bar. And then that is where that wick is. Everybody did that. Now, this is a prime trade idea for the old reverse button. So instead of closing this with a limit order, you can go and just hit the reverse button and ride it back down.
I see. Are you on YouTube?
Yeah.
Good. That's recorded.
Yep.
Excellent. That was great. See, I love when you do those bar analogies.
And if you go and look at that, like on a You could probably see it on a 5-second chart, I imagine. There it is. So this is what you're seeing. You see all your action leading up, and when you get the change over, like right here, 10:23, this is your 1 minute bar from, let me see here, 10:22 to 10:23, right here. That's your bar. This is your doji up top here, and then this is your other bar, and then this was your retracement right here. And just a couple pennies underneath that peak of that previous bar is where your target is. And then there's your breakover, hit the reverse button, ride that trend down.
Jeremy,
Yeah.
do you ever put a limit order on either side? Like you said, you would put a limit order on that bottom of that bar to go long. Do you ever put a limit order to go short as well?
Yeah, you can. Absolutely.
Either way, whatever triggers, you just play on whatever you have there.
Pretty much. You
Whatever.
look at the 1 minute chart for your
Are
setup.
you talking about like hedging it in by putting one on top and one below it? Is that what you're talking about, Ricardo?
Correct.
Okay,
So
he's talking about like hedging it in. So if it hits one, you run with it.
right. So there's two ways to play this. You can go long off the floor and bounce, and do that with a limit order because you know where the 8 period is on the 1 minute chart is right there. All right. So you go long on that sucker, and then you can manually sit with your finger on the reverse button right when it hits that target, and then boom, you flip that order and ride that trend down. And then right here is where you close it, right when it pops above the, hold on one second. I hit the reverse at the bottom by accident. Right when it pops above the 8 period right here, boom, that's when you get the hell out.
So you have so you reverse it. Okay, I never thought about that.
Yeah, so you can go in with a limit order long, take the long scalp, and then hit the reverse button to ride it back down. And then anything you made
very interesting
on the long order, if you end up, if it ends up breaking above that Busby, and sometimes they do, you got to really watch those. On the 1 minute chart, like let's say this candle started to build a bar and closed a bar next to that Busby, you can get out there instead of hitting the reverse button. Or if you've already hit the reverse button to try and ride that break down, you can go and just exit at market immediately after if this closes a bar right there, because you've already captured a gain from here to here. You've already captured a gain from here to here, and that is essentially your risk. So if this thing fails and it continues to run up, you close it before you eat your risk. So like let's say you made, how many ticks would that be? Oh, let's see here. So that was like 39.65 to 39.67, so a little 2-pointer. So you take your 2-point risk, run short, and if it goes against you and runs up, almost 2 points, just cancel it or close it out. Or you could even flip it again and ride a bull trend out of that. But
you would have a stop loss while you're doing all of this, right? A trailing?
Not in this. This is choppy enough where I'd be making orders manually. The only time I'm using a stop loss is if I'm riding a trend that I know is going to hold for a while. So like if I got this breakover back here, that I would run with a stop loss, and it probably would have got taken out right about here.
But remember, that's Jeremy. That's not doing a stop loss.
Right.
You might want to do one, just a short one.
Yeah, because I've been burned so many times, and I'm still
right.
You can run it there. So let's say you go in and and if you're fast enough to change your stop loss settings, that's cool, because you can go in and on that little bounce, when you go to hit that reverse order, if you're running brackets, you go to hit that reverse order. It doesn't include your brackets when you hit the reverse order. So that one you would have to do manually to take your profit. So you'd have to go and hit the cancel button and then reach over and hit the sell button to take that manually, so that you have a trailing stop to ride that with. That's fine. And then you would run that, what about 6 or 8 ticks would be a good appropriate one for that.
On TradingView, it's very easy to set up a stop loss, trailing profit, everything while you're in a trade. It's very, very easy.
And so if it's
Awesome.
easy and you can do it real fast like that, yeah, that makes it a lot easier. You can certainly take advantage of that. And it's just knowing where your levels are on that 1 minute chart that'll really, really make the game. And
We're coming up back to that bottom of that 15-minute opening range.
and we got a wiggle here. If you're crazy enough, you can short this back to the pivot here, but that's going to be a really risky move. I'd rather wait for this to see if it's going to set up for a breakout or a breakdown.
Big bar on the ARDX.
And you'd have to be stinking quick to ride that wick on that order.
Thank you for all that. I'm going to definitely try all that. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't mind me. You're so fast that sometimes it's like, yep, well, you can do it without a stop order.
Dude, here, let me show you where I'm at then. Let's see if I can get it to the chat fast enough before I got to close the order. This is paper anyway. I'm screwing around with while my data lasts until my funds transfer to the other account, but I'm in it.
Wow.
And as soon as I see that flip on a wick, I'll close that. Boom, right there.
Right there.
So like,
Hey, Jeremy.
literally- Yeah.
If I'm opening up a TradeStation account, I want to make sure I don't have margin on, right? So that way I can clear very easily every night.
If you're gonna trade futures,
Yeah, I was going to do futures and potentially even options, but probably not.
if-
Probably switch to just keeping Webull for certain option plays and then Robinhood for more of my complex stuff.
you can also open up more than one account. Since it's in the same household, I'll go and open up an account for me and an account for my wife, and then I can flip them. So like you can go and have one account as a cash account and the other account as a margin account. So if you wanted to do options on one account, you can certainly go and do futures on the other account. But I just do cash. It just seems to be a little easier to deal with, and futures settle in cash instantly. So I mean, it's not a big deal.
I want to turn options trading off then and just leave it as margin off and options off and whatever. This is equities account setting, so
Like
maybe I
your-
should just like go back and not set up these other accounts and just only do futures.
That's what I did. Is I just went with just straight futures because I've got other accounts that I trade options with anyway. So
What is futures options?
it's essentially what futures are contracts. They are options. They're just a little different. Hang on 1 second.
Just seems weird they have two options like futures and then futures options as two different accounts.
Okay, so one you can just trade futures in. The other one, it sounds like you can trade futures and options in. And I think you can run your whatchamacallit, your index trades there too. So that might be what that is. I have to get more familiar with that. I'm still fairly new at futures trading here. I don't know all the rules. I just know how to scalp it.
Yeah, you know the price action. All right, it's curling up on the 10 second. It's curling up on the 1.
Yeah, we're walking out of this.
Boom, boom.
That ARDX is just kind of hugging around that $2 level. But man, if that thing gets some volume,
Yeah, it popped up. It had that one bar that was 7-cent bar, actually 7 cents. Closed at 206.
I might throw up. Let's see here.
Don't throw up anything.
No, not in a sick way. Oh yeah, I was gonna show off my coffee cup that my kids got me, but this was like last year they got me this. Hang on a second. To all you YouTubers out there, that's a cool cup. See if you can see it. I don't know if the camera will even focus on it well enough. It says, sorry, I wasn't listening. I was thinking about trading.
Did you throw it up already? I forgot I said throw it up now.
I just held it up to the camera.
Oh. Right, you're on YouTube
Yeah,
with your face.
with my face. It's on a
Shaved
little
face.
tiny thumbnail on the top right. Yeah, I actually shaved this. Well, I shaved yesterday.
I haven't shaved all week long. I am a fuzzy guy.
I didn't shave this morning, so
I gotta go shave today. I was supposed to have a gig tomorrow, but it got canceled because of a death in somebody's family. I'm sorry about that. Then they wanted me to front the band, and I said no.
yeah,
I can't do it anymore. I use my voice too much.
yeah.
My voice is not strong to sing days and days. I used to do it, but I can't anymore.
Gotta get that exercise in, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, vocal cords, man. Mine
It's,
wear out too.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, that ASTS did exactly what we
Well.
thought. Went to 7. Now what? Let me throw ASTS up here real quick. I think it was just ticky-tack, but man, it was an easy play.
Ugly Wu-Tang.
Oh, this will either be a pop and drop bear flag, or this will reverse here. We know where the levels are.
Yeah, that 39.70. That's that critical spot.
It's a weak-looking Wu-Tang, dude.
That is a weak. That's why I said it's an ugly. But, you know, see, point, push. Now we're going higher than the last two. We got to break that 39.70.50.
Waiting to see if comms gets a little more momentum. It's just been slow.
39.70 right there. Let's see. Is that like a little double bottom on the 5? Micro double bottom?
Ah, there's the break. Pop and drop. Come on. Smoke it.
Oh, looks like a tweezer there. Not yet. Still got time on this candle. With 207, you're watching your ADRX.
Yep, there it goes. Go gadget volume. Trying to get the right screen up. There we go. I missed that trade on the ES there. That's okay. Like I said, I'm just waiting to transfer my funds over to TradeStation. So
Well, I mean, right now, that's the futures are, it's got price action and you can take profit on it, you know, without killing yourself.
yeah, SPY. It's like if you're gonna
Generally
chase
yeah,
options on SPY through this mess, man. Good
hell
luck.
no.
Yeah, it's not gonna
Options are on SPY or anybody else right now.
Yeah,
Just about,
flat.
unless not directionally, unless you got some, you know,
Spreads
unless you're,
and credit.
yeah.
You know, selling options to open, yeah, you're all good there. But yeah, I wouldn't mess with too many other. You know, directional options trading for day trading is going to be very difficult in this with expiration every day of the week on SPY now. However, spreads will get easier, so hang out. Just give it till next week. You'll see. We got Thanksgiving next week.
Yeah, no.
Last year I killed that. I actually
Easy.
I went and bought. I want to say I went and bought puts that I actually held through Thanksgiving on SPY. I'll have to look at my trade history. I'm pretty sure it was just straight puts. I'm thinking it wasn't spreads. Or maybe
On
it
the
was,
5-minute chart?
it was
Go ahead.
combination.
Sorry.
You want the 5-minute chart on SPY?
No. I said just look at it. See it?
Yeah.
See how ugly? See how all those wicks and dojis and things? Ain't nothing happening there. It's just going sideways. Now you gotta get those 3-cent 3-point scalps.
Right. We could get a nice breakover on a bear flag here. That's very possible. We could get a measured
That
move.
does wear you out though, doesn't it?
It does.
That brain power to sit there and look up, what you got here?
It does take a lot of high functioning brain matter to to make that work. Because yeah, you're trading the 10-second chart, and dude, it takes focus, like dynamic focus. So anywho, last year
Thanksgiving spy.
I rode oh gosh, they were like $10 out of the money, and like I cleaned up, it was like 300 and something% profit on those. But I rarely hold through anything like that. But that was the setup was clean. I'll have to look back at that setup because it was just epic. There we go, SPY breakover. Let's go. Ticky-tacky garbage. As soon as you smoke that 8 period on a 1 minute, it's game on, but not until the break happens, guys. We know better. We chase for nothing.
Got that last 5-minute candle wicked into the 15 on that single moving average. So it's still below it.
I'm going to eat some Whoppers.
I had
I
cookies.
can't eat those. Whoppers are just so gross.
I love Whoppers.
I can't do the malted chocolate covered things. It's just, for some reason, they just don't taste good. I guess it's kind of like an acquired taste. Like it took me a long time to be able to enjoy coffee.
Ah,
Oh, dang.
I've been enjoying coffee since I was like 5, so.
They started me on coffee and chicory when I was a kid. Fresh and coffee. Got to break 39, 395.85. What's that move there? 2. That's a 3.5. That's a 3.5. Small movements. You see, we get those movements in the morning. It's 10:40. Like it's like the first half hour to 45 minutes now, and that's where everything happens.
Oh, give me a big old
Jeremy,
flag.
what's the minimum that I need to start the account?
CBM
500 or
23.
250?
If you're savvy on price action, you can get away with 250. You just got to be very picky about your setups on that MES until you can build up some capital. If it's your first one, I would probably go with 500.
And set your stops.
Yeah, and then definitely trade paper for a little while on that, so you can get used to the. You're basically feeling out the broker in that sense, and then you're also.
Is that TradeStation let you paper trade? Is it good like Tradeovate?
I don't know yet, actually, but
Okay.
I'm getting the data as it comes to me. So.
All right. Okay.
And like I said, as soon
Pushing
as
that 210.
Solution's back on board with streaming here, he'll get into doing some tutorials with the representatives from TradeStation. So we will be all over that.
Oh, look what we got. The Fed Chair Powell is set to speak on the economic outlook in the U.S. labor market on November 30th. Oh, great.
Oh, that's going to be fun. Is that Friday?
That's next Friday, I think. Nope. It's no, it's on Wednesday the 30th. Is that Jackson Hole? Is that what we're looking for again?
Maybe.
All right, it rejected.
Yep.
Rejected big from that spot.
I clipped that.
That is, I looked. You see, that's why I don't like chat. I'm sorry, guys.
All good.
You look away to read something, and I have to discipline myself not to do that.
Yeah.
Because when you're waiting for a setup, and it's like, oh, I just missed the dang thing I was waiting for.
Look what we have here. Careful, unless you're scalping that little move, careful here because this looks a lot like a little rising channel with tweezers at the bottom. This can
Yes,
go and
it
sky
does.
out right away.
Oh yeah, yeah. It can just take off all of a sudden. It's overnight sentiment
Yeah.
was bullish, and it broke into some key levels right now.
Hey, Jeremy, did you figure out that trade of 8 nonsense? Have they
Yeah,
got back to you?
I just went and like liquidated my accounts and I'm moving them to TradeStation.
They won't even like give you back the money?
No,
That's crazy.
it's kind of I would say a snafu on both sides of this. So I'm just like, you know what? It's 3 strikes rule. There's been 3 times I've had issues that were potentially very serious. Enough. Anyway, where are we now? 8 parry crossing the 20. We got a shot at breaking resistance at 39.68. If not, this will cruise on over. So let's look at this setup on the 1 minute one more time. And of course, extend our target zones. So there it is there.
Yeah, so far it's
Potentially bar spinner bar here.
we're at about the 50% retracement of that last move. That last bear leg, those 2, or that second leg, I should say. And we're sideways. Jeremy, I think this is the most boring it has been since I started the market.
I think so.
I mean, as far as I should say grindy.
Yeah.
But there's upsides to the grind. If you're learning price action, it slows things down a little bit.
And you can stop in between the grind, and it's awesome.
Right.
Yes, and that's great. And you're doing that, and that's what matters. Look at that.
All right. We ran to that 39.68 with a wick. Now what? There's the setup. Let's see if it breaks. And what we get here on the 1 minute chart, sorry.
Rising channel. Go ahead. I'm just repeating.
We get this rising channel. We know they love to break over and test 50%, but when they got tweezers on the bottom legs and just rollovers on the upper legs, that plan basically is null and void until you see a break. So you don't go either way until you see it break a key point. And right now we have resistance here at 39 or 395.65 on SPY here. We'll draw yet another line here. And that is where you wait for the break. And then if it starts to keel up, you got all these target zones to the left of that channel or that descending trend that you can go and retrace. And first extensions, you'll get like 396, 396.25. It looks like 396.50 would be the peak on that. That's where you're going to expect pauses to happen at those 3 levels after the break. So if you go long on that, if you wanted to run options on that, you can, but the ES is going to be the way to go on this.
Yeah.
Scalp the little stuff. However, if you're running like credit spreads or something, or you want to sell some zero spreads, you'll wait for it to hit one of those and reject, and then sell the opposite side of it to open. That's another way to take advantage of this situation where you got daily expiration on SPY and Q now. So you got to kind of roll with the punches, and if the market makers are giving you those daily expirations, well, they're taking a lot of the day traders out of the fight, but they're not gonna mess much with the premium sellers. In fact, they will be doing them a favor.
I don't know why they would want to take day traders out of the fight. That's just it. That seems to me like that's part of your liquidity in your market.
It's just an attempt to stabilize it a little bit so we don't get these wild swings, but
Yeah.
we trade the market. We like those wild swings, but the investor types, the people with 401ks, the people with skin in the games, hedge funds, all of those guys, they have a problem with these wild swings. We love them.
Yeah.
So
What happened with Money.net yesterday?
So there was some confusion. They thought we were holding off this week through after Thanksgiving, and I didn't get the memo, I guess. So I was sitting there expecting to go live with them yesterday. I'm like, come on, where's my invitation? Well, whatever. I'll hang out with my crew till the end.
Still working on getting that guy from Wall Street Bets.
Yeah. Still, I guess that'll probably be put on for not next week because that's Thanksgiving, but the week after. That's what I was expecting, though, yesterday, is to talk to Mr. Barrios there, but I can't wait. 'Cause I think he's an interesting dude I'm going to get to talk to. Kind of sucks on our end because we had to move all of our stuff around to make that happen, but
That's all good.
I kind of like doing the midday market review on Mondays,
I
though,
do too. I prefer it.
because then it gives us a
Let's-
whole week to look back on and a whole week to look forward on, and that really
Yes.
gives us an advantage of being able to actually provide some insight to the market, and our viewers an advantage to be able to actually get some insight from us on the market. So it's a win-win, in my opinion.
I think it's good. I do like that. I like it a lot better than the Thursday
Yeah, there's like
because you still got a day left to go, and then if you do it on a Monday, like you said, you look at the week before, and you can see what the market has done, and then you can gauge through those ranges what it could do this week.
exactly.
And I like that. I like that a lot.
Let's see if Newton's moving around a little bit. Hit that 450 target pretty clean. See if it rolls back down to like 260. Oh, that would really make me happy. Give me
The
another
dollar's
entry.
been
Would you get back in at 260?
I would, as long as it held and found a supporting, like a reversal pattern around that price, or something that would tell me it's likely to bounce there. That was fun.
Let me go look at this here. Boom.
Here we go.
Look like we might go back up a little here. Let's see if we're going to challenge something.
I'm gonna borrow this.
Maybe not.
Do you see what I see?
Diamond?
Nope.
No. Descending channel.
Descending channel with a regression line.
That is so weird. It's like it was an ascending channel, and then if you just look a little bit longer, now it turns into a descending channel.
Right, it
And
shifts.
it's so small that you almost wouldn't view it as that.
Yeah, you wouldn't even notice it if you didn't like have your range expanded. Either way, it's a wedge. And now it's a descending wedge within a rising wedge. And all we need to do is watch the signal on the regression channel. Because look, it intersects the angular support of the rising channel. So now we get a tighter range for where we can expect a signal.
Boom.
Hells yeah. I love it. Yeah, so it's like you get the knowledge of knowing that channels tend to break one way or another, and they tend to make that 50% retracement. But when it's a part of a bigger channel, that changes the dynamic on it. Now you're looking for your signal, whether you're going to get short or long, and the regression line gives you a very strong clue on that. Nice breakover, bar, measured move right to our angular support. Bam, target met. Bears close, and then watch for a pause, pull back, maybe continuation. We'll see what happens. Continuation would just take it to the next level.
Yep.
Click on that. That next level is right down here. Faster than I could draw it, it's already there. Bam, smoked it. Where's the next level? Pivot, 390, 350.
Got in on that a little too late.
Nice.
Got it though.
Good move.
Not for much.
When it hits that extension, though, beware. It can bounce there, and it's starting to
Where
come
I'm
back
where
to
that's why I
test.
stopped. That's why I got out. We're still below.
It's going to test this line right here, this 394.50. That's where we can get another signal to catch the rest of that trend if it's going to continue.
Yeah, it was a good dollar and a dollar
I
and a
scalped
half
a little bit
almost.
on the bounce there.
Nice work. That was an easy three-pointer on the halfway mark of that, and then another easy three-pointer to the bottom. Now we
Yeah.
just wait till this settles out.
Yeah, look at that descending channel right there. I drew it after you drew it.
And the
It's
regression
a
line was
big
the
red
signal.
bar. But you notice on the 5-minute, they both basically dropped into the same thing. Never mind.
Oh, we're going to get a bar spinner bar here. That'd be so neat. You got two levels. You got 394 and then 393.50 right below. If this goes for bar spinner bar, half move is 394, full move is 390. Oh, 393.75 respectively. GRND setting up for a short. All right. I'll test that and I'll let you.
Yeah, this is where you got to be careful too, because the way the market's been going, we haven't been getting these big moves.
Yeah.
You get like one bar, big bar on a 5-minute, and then that'll be it for a while.
Holy smokes. Totally missed that one. Look at this GRND. Opened at 1357. It's now approached 63.71 and halted. Yowza.
One that was there was one that was 60 cents this morning in Webull pre-market, and it went up 1,400%.
Wow.
It went up to like $9 and something. It was like ticky tack. It was like that. It just gapped up. All of a
Right.
sudden, it was at 9 something.
Just seemingly
look
out
at
of
that.
nowhere.
Yeah, just seemingly out of nowhere. That's why you hold on to those COMS.
Wonder if comms is running?
No, that's why you hold on to
yeah.
something like that at 6 cents.
Right.
Grab a handful. Just wait.
Well,
No, don't do that. I mean, it's just, I'm
well,
just kidding.
don't get me wrong.
I am, and I'm not. I mean, it's 6 cents.
My first ever strategy that made me a successful trader was taking something like comms that was just trading in the
CEI.
channel, slowly grinding up and down in the same range. I used that to compound a free position many, 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 many times over. And when it did pop, I took profit. Same kind of deal. You can sit there
That's
with
what I'm
comms.
doing right now.
You know, anytime you take a trade where you win, say you make 6 or 7 cents on that damn thing, go buy another share when you get back in. You know, keep adding it. Eventually it becomes a free position.
Squeeze the top on that 10-second. Hang on, though.
I want to see if this GRND is optionable. Man, that is nuts. 447% run. Nope, it is not optionable. I bet it's really hard to borrow too. Never mind. Yeah, that is something that comms can do, and it can definitely break out and do some psycho stuff like that. And if you got a free position in it, or you know, you don't throw 100 shares at it for less than $7. You know what I mean?
Right.
The hell of a YOLO, because sometimes those pennies will just out of nowhere, you know, some sort of news pop sends it way over.
We see it.
You imagine having
We watch one go from like $1 something to $50 and some odd cents in the after hours once.
I remember Elfin back in the day, that one that had all that controversy. Got in at like 450 and out at like $58. That was killer. So
All right, guys, I gotta get going. Thanks for everything, and
yeah, man.
catch you in the power hour, hopefully. If not, have a good weekend.
All right,
too.
you too, Ricardo. You have a great weekend. Really happy to hear your progress, man. That's awesome.
Hell
Thank
yeah.
you. I owe it to all you guys, man. Thank you very much.
Thank shucks,
you.
you don't know us nothing. we knew
That's
you were a
right.
winner. We just needed to shape your skills a little bit or help you.
We're gonna get some more stuff out there, teaching wise too. We're working on it.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Take care.
You too, man.
Take care.
But imagine holding like a couple thousand shares of the COMS for like free and having it run to $8 all of a sudden, dude. That's like retirement money, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a contribution to your retirement. Let's just say that.
Contribution to your retirement.
That's the kind of thing you can compound day to day, day to day. You know, if it swings like half a penny a day, just knock that percentage in, keep rolling it. Eventually, if you wanted to, you could take your initial investment of, say you're trading $7 worth, take your initial investment, compound it to where the position's doubled, take your original risk back out of it if you feel more comfortable that way. Sell off 100 shares and hold on to the other 100. And that's kind of what I did with that NWTN. I mean, I took 1,000 shares in and kept 200 shares with the reduced cost basis because I weighed my profit that I had already taken, realized gains, against my leftover position that was still existing. And the profit offsets the cost basis. So, I had 200 shares that cost me an average, if you take my profit against it, 65 cents, 64 or 63 cents was the average, somewhere in there. That was still being held. Just takes a little math. And, you don't have to sit there and be a bag holder of a few thousand shares or something like that on a penny stock like that. You can just, hold that position for a lot less risk if you keep some in there. And if it does, pop up the next day, make money. So, I had 200 shares with an average of 60, let's just call it 65 cents risk. That's what, $130. And, yesterday I closed that for a little over $800. No brainer. That's just how we roll. We know how to trade risk averse, and it's something you can do if you're not finding yourself able to do it right away with options, because that's primarily what we do with the wheel trade, is we are offsetting risk every time we earn premium. You can still do it with shares. Just have to do a little more math. You just have to use your leverage against your own position for size. So, like in these penny stocks, you go and you take an initial $7 risk on something like COMS, and then you're compounding that position out. Keep 10 shares on or something. You can walk that in where that part of it is damn near free. So it just takes time, and it takes a little understanding for price action and how to take your leverage, which is your position size, against what you want to hold on to for a longer term, and just use it to offset your own cost basis.
Write your book.
I know, I need to write that book.
Yeah, write that stuff down. I'm telling you, that's golden. You explain it to us a lot, and I hear it, but I'd like to see it.
And it's great.
It's freaking awesome. It's got. I keep that vision in front of me as I continue to refine my price action and my strategies to get in and out. Because that's once you start walking to where you are with those things, and being able to make those same moves like you do with your price action on the spreads, and know how to leg in and leg out, and how to roll it over to the next month and all. Jeez, that's going to be great.
It's just it takes trading skills and applies them in a way you can turn them into investment skills too.
Yeah, and it becomes leverage. You
Right.
leverage, and then you're the way you got the wheel trade set up, and that works, is you got income.
Right.
It's a freaking income, and I like that.
It's generating income on an existing long position. And I kind of compare it to real estate. I mean,
Yeah.
you'll hear this a lot when you go reading about it, but the wheel trade strategy is essentially renting out your position, having capital set aside willing to double that position, and the whole time you're gaining equity in your property because you're generating income on it, you're generating cash flow on it. So it's likened to having a nice beachfront hotel that you can rent rooms out in. People
I like
will
that.
pay a premium
Without
to
the
be there.
mess.
Exactly.
You don't have to clean up after anybody. Hire a maid service
Right.
or a property manager.
Exactly.
This is definitely a wild market. Now I'm waiting here. I'm not as fast as some of y'all, but I see that we could have another tweezer bottom on a 5, so I'm kind of hanging out here a second. I mean, we're so far below the 15-minute opening range, which to me is, we've kissed it a couple of times, but then there's a certain look I have that I want to wait and see if this is going to reverse. But yeah, there ain't no options plays in this right now for no straight calls and puts.
Not happening. Not today.
Hell no. No. I wonder how many people are getting their asses kicked.
Yeah, it's rough to think about, but like I said, I mean, when the going gets tough, the tough get thinking.
Tough get going. Yeah, tough get thinking. Who moved my cheese?
That's right. There is a way. You just gotta not get frustrated, not beat yourself up, not,
No, right. Just shift.
you just change with the leaves, baby.
The water's going to be hot no matter what. You're going to be an egg or a potato.
Right.
What's funny is that we said that yesterday. You said that yesterday, and then
Yeah.
my girl last night decides she's going to make shepherd's pie.
Oh, awesome.
And got some ground lamb, went to Whole Foods and got some ground lamb and stuff to make it. And she's boiling the potatoes, and she's, I got to put the water on, and she says, "Yeah, look." She says the saying, and I'm like, she saw my mouth just dropped. I just like, where'd you hear that?
That's cool.
I'm like, are you in Discord with me and I don't know it?
Maybe.
Are you
Just spying
checking
on
up
you.
on me? You spying on the spy?
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. And by the way, the shepherd's pie, freaking awesome.
I love shepherd pie, man.
Oh, me too. I love potatoes.
We make a
She'll
shepherd's
call
pie
me and says,
sometimes with bacon.
I'm going to Chick-fil-A. You want French fries? I'm like, yes.
Oh yeah, those are good fries. Now
I took the wolf to the dog park yesterday afternoon and let him go nuts. Because, he that's what calms the dang husky down. He's got to go run with other dogs. So thankfully we got a nice dog park. Anyway, sorry about that. Shepherd's
okay.
Pie dog park. Stocks, it's all the same.
I had to pee. I had to pause for a second because I had to sneeze. I had to hit my mute button.
One more thing I got to tell you. Trading has done musically for me is because we sit here now and think in 10-second increments.
Yeah.
It has made me a much more relaxed player.
Right?
Like, there's a lot of more time in here. Let me wait. I'll hit this note on the backside. Give a little funk to it. It's like totally different. All right, so we did get that little another tweezer bottom piercing pattern, whatever the heck it is, on the 5-minute chart. Which we had a few of those on the 1 minute.
Oh, could we get an opportunity here? No. I missed the whole short party on coin.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to short that, but I was busy with other stuff. But that measured move was pretty clean. Now it's been accumulating forever, and it's breaking support. It's got another leg in it. Where? We don't see one. There's no history. So
No, this looks more bear flaggish than anything, though.
Yeah.
Sorry, talking to myself. No,
I missed the
not.
boat on coin. I'll stay away. There's other things to do.
Maybe not. Let's see. You're going back to that 15-minute opening range? No, you're way below it. But you are going back to the bottom of that control bar at 39.84.50.
Yeah.
No, excuse me, 39.61.50. The top is 39.84.50. I labeled it so I knew which one it was.
Remember our regression channel? Angular, right there. That's where that candle stopped.
That's right. It's funny. Now, you see, you have it as a regression channel, and I actually had that as a price target at 39.59.50.
Ha! Great minds.
And both of them, you know, a different way. You went with the regression channel. I went with a price line. Same thing.
Yeah, it's a control bar straight to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
I went and found, you know, I find you find good ranges on that 2 hour, as you know. You
Yes.
can get an idea where you're going to be trading.
And then you can confirm things too. You can use multiple facets of analysis to confirm things. Like I looked at the regression triangle, or
Right.
the regression channel. That line was right there. Price line took it straight to the left. These two candles over here at 10:28 and 10:29. Those two 1 minute candles, perfect for the
Yeah.
range. It just basically compounded everything, saying it's going to stop there. So if you went long on that, that was your exit. Right there.
That was right there.
Now what? Do
Now
we
we
flip the
wait.
order? Well, we wait for the
Well,
break.
you know, 8's crossed the 20.
Yep, on the 1 minute. We could very easily get the old bar spinner bar and run straight to the center line on that regression channel, or the regression line. Easy.
Which is that big bar to the left, right?
Yep.
39.64.
And we just need to wait for the break and trade the break.
There's a 10-second charts jumped up. You got it on your 5 too,
Bam.
if you're watching your Tradeovate account.
Yeah,
But if that ends, it's a little wiki there. So let's see.
it can
It's
be
into that
very.
39.61.
The 1 minute chart printed that bar spinner bar right almost exactly up to that regression line.
Yep. 1, 2.
That candle closes in 10 seconds.
Got to break that 39.61.50. This was just wicking into it right now.
The old bar spinner bar struck with a wick. Cool. Now we'll finish the move.
The 39.64.
Yeah, 395 is what I have for SPY, and yeah, 39.64 would be completing that move.
Which is that 1 minute control bar to the left,
That's it.
top of it.
Right to it. When the market gives you lemons, make some stinking lemonade.
Damn
Bam!
straight.
Just about nailed that with a wick. How cool was that?
Mm-hmm.
39.63.50 is where that got. Right through the regression line. Watch for the next candle to start on the center line, and then we might get one more move to the next resistance, which would take us with SPY at about 395.25. It's a very narrow channel, but it's so easy to trade.
Barely 30 cents.
Yeah. Those are the moves where you get those 3-pointers in the ES, man. It's just rinse,
Yep.
repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. Keep going.
Yep. Price action.
All right. We might. There it is. It started right on there. Close me a hammer. That is right up against the upper Bollinger Band, though, too. So, got to watch for continuation on volatility here. If that Bollinger Band doesn't curl up here, this can reject and come back down.
Back to the bottom of that descending channel if you've extended it out.
Yep. So we got
That small regression
394.75 would be the SPY target, and that would take us to about 39.58 on the ES here. Well, 39.59. Sorry.
That's been a steady bull run on the 10-second chart. 10 points almost.
Here's where it can break over if it's gonna. Oh, nope. Bollinger Bands are open. We're going long. Bulls have it. Come on. give us a half bar to about 395.15. Maybe.
Got to retest that bottom.
Yeah.
39.6150 is what it's retesting right now on that, which is the bottom of that control bar from whenever, a couple of days back on a 2-hour.
Starting on the pivot and on the regression line. So it'll either reject here or it'll give us a bar spinner bar. Bollinger Bands are opening, so I'm going with bar spinner half bar, or just close right there, hammer. Now the finishing move would be the 395.15 push. That's only a 1.5 point on the ES though, so it's not the greatest
No.
trade, but it could be the start of a measured move running up to
That's the
395.
back to 30.
30.
Yeah. So that was that's again back at the 39.64 bar. That's that big red bar to the left. Same thing on SPY. That's the one you're talking about.
Yep.
The one on SPY, you said 395.15. Yeah, I got a 395.17 as a pivot.
Beautimus.
High and tight. There it is. It's trying to push up now. 63. There's a push.
Finish it. There's your bar to 15.
Yep.
That's how wonderful price action can be, folks. It really is just
Boom. There it is.
incredible what you can do with it.
There it is. Okay, so if you break the top of this 39.68-ish, 369.75 is the next pivot above.
Bam, clipped it.
Okay, got my little bit of profit off of that.
Get
You
yourself
heard
a
it, didn't you?
three-pointer? Yeah.
No, that was TOS.
Oh, okay.
No, I got a few cents out of ARDX.
Ah, okay.
I had pushed my stop up. I kept pushing my stop up. Just a handful.
Oh, we're gonna reach out. Watch this.
Just to have us a nice touch. Yeah, we got 3 nice big bars on the green.
All right. There's an extension. There's 2 ways to see this. One's the pivot at 395.55, which is boom, right too. But look, the angular support from our previous rising channel is right there too.
Yes, it is.
Now we're smoking it. See ya. Right,
Wow,
baby,
that was
right.
big.
It's still got more. There's another pivot target right up above at about just at 395.85. See if it continues to run there or not.
Going back to 39.70.
Yeah.
That's
where-
the spot.
And 39.71 is an extension to a 10-second VWAP right there.
Yeah, broke that descending or that regression channel from way earlier. Yeah. Time
Let's
is
see
it?
here.
11, almost 11:30. Yeah, we don't have anything now, as far as
Do you remember when I had that short frenzy on Zillow?
yes, I remember that. Because Zillow, something got busted. There was something that happened with Zillow. They had like poor. They weren't given accurate information or something, and they got busted for it.
That, and they were fudging the market. They were trying
That's
to
what
get
it
into the
was.
house flipping business, and they ended up having to unwind it for a huge loss. And the other part of the issue on it was the fact that it was just not making money anymore for a while. So we got short on that and killed it, right? So there's this other equity I'm watching for a bottom bounce, and it's open. And the market's not done with open yet. They're essentially, they go and they make offers on houses that are, not selling or stuff that's been on the market too long or whatever. They're in the house flipping business. And Currently trading at what, $1.72. At some point, if this thing gives us a good bounce, we could get some bullish action out of that. I don't think they pay a dividend though, do they? No, they don't. It is optionable though,
No.
and that could turn into a very slow-paced
it?
wheel trade equity. So kind of keep an eye on that thing. If it hits around $1 or so, I might be interested in going long on that and seeing what we get out of it. The market, like I said, is not done with these house flipping, whatever the heck they are. They're not really REITs. They're not really anything but just a big cash fund to go and buy houses to flip them for profit. So
2 wicks on a 1 minute.
we'll see what happens. Either way, I think
We
the
will.
real estate market is going to give us some trading opportunities. So let's just go with that. If the projections are right, where the market's looking like it'll tip over really hard in February, maybe by about April or May, it can get a bounce when you go back into the summer season where everybody's throwing around the idea of buying houses again. But there's more to it than that. You got opportunity where Freddie Mac over here saying they're going to reduce the base rate, and they did that already. Biggest reduction in like 40 years or something like that. I don't pay attention to all the little details, but I know a general idea of what the news has given us. And if you look at real estate investment trusts, there's certain market areas where they focus. And if you find that the market's shifting in those areas, you can do analysis on the housing market in those areas and figure out what the REITs are going to look like. And REITs are weird because you can go and swing trade them, wheel trade them, collect dividends. It really puts the true statement of that triple income strategy back into the wheel trade. So you can go and you can spin the short legs on that, where you can go in and out of them and rotate it, generate maximum income on it, selling monthlies. The options liquidity is not going to be huge, but it'll be there enough to do it on a lot of these. But if you get them at rock bottom and you get the right setup where you can sit there and collect a monthly dividend or a quarterly dividend, depending, some of them are monthly, some of them are quarterly, sell options on it at the same time. Think of the options income like dividend income, only it's monthly instead of quarterly. Or in some cases, you can find it REITs with weekly options, which is pretty rare. But when you do find them, those are the ones you want to scalp. So you start looking at wheel trades and start looking at dividend REITs, and you start going into possibilities of selling premium on it at the same time. It's a no-brainer. You just got to find the right timing in the market. So when you see that sort of sector rotation come into play the rotation, trade the rotation. I'm going to kick off of YouTube for now. I'll see you guys next week. If hopefully everybody has a nice weekend, and if you like what you see, hit that subscribe, hang around, tell your friends, give us some comments. We'll see you guys next time. Later, man.
Hi, YouTube.
Oh, Hag W. All right. Hang on a second. Blind Trader says, oh, have a great weekend. Oh, okay. I thought that was a ticker. Sorry, man. I'm so focused. Okay. Well, we'll see you guys. Have a great weekend. Hey, I'm going to reach out to you in a minute there, man. I'll see you soon.